Hello, in this video I show you my hazelnut beanie. It's a very stretchy beanie. The construction is in flat, so we work in flat in rows, and I use the Technic slip stitch or Bosnian crochet. This means we only use slip stitches and back loops only. What is important? It's really important not to crochet too tight, so please crochet very loose. You need yarn. I use online Montego. It's a bulky yarn and needle size 6 or better 7 millimeters. And be careful not to miss stitches, as it is easy to do if you don't keep count. So count. So here we go. We start with a chain in my, I call color A, here gray, and you crochet 32 chain stitches and 1 chain for turn, so 33 stitches. 1, 2, don't forget to crochet very loose. So my last chain, 33 for turn, and now we turn the work and use only this loops on back on your chain. You see forward chain stitches and here back, and we start from the second stitch from hook and crochet slip stitches only in this loops on back on your chain. And when you crochet in each back loop of your chain, you will have on end a total of 32 slip stitches. So don't miss your last slip stitch. And now you see on upper side you have your chain, and here are 2 loops, and these loops we will need on end of our beanie to seam. And from now you only use the back loops only from your stitches from previous round. Now we make 1 chain for turn with our other color. I call it color B or blue. Make 1 chain and turn work. I show you in the next row how you make the chain of your color again. And now we work only slip stitches in the back loops in the first stitch and each after, and miss on end 2 stitches. So you will have 30 stitches. We make the first short row. Now I have my 30 stitches in blue. Make 1 chain and turn the work. And now you slip stitch in back loops only all stitches back to the beginning of the row. All stitches. Now here I am on the end at my row. Don't miss the last stitch. It's a little bit tricky here. It's number 30. Also only in the back loop. Make 1 slip stitch. So now we change our color. Always here on the end. After 2 rows. Now I only let the blue one and take the gray one. Don't cross it, only take the gray and don't cross it. I will show you on the back side. Here I hope you can see. Don't cross the yarns and make one chain in gray. Now we change our color. And now we start the next row, a short row again, and you slip stitch in back loops only 28 stitches. Skip the last 2 stitches, so we have 28 in gray. Make one chain for turn your work, and crochet back in each stitch 1 slip stitch in back loops only. So again 28 slip stitches. So the last stitch, number 28, and now again change our color. Let the gray one, take the blue one, don't cross it. Little bit here, pull yarn, make one chain, turn your work, and the next short row in blue we crochet to now 26 slip stitches. So 2 stitches less the previous row, not in the 2 last stitches. 26 in blue. So make one chain, turn your work, and again slip stitch in all stitches. Back to the beginning of your row. And 26. Now we change again our color. Pull a little bit this yarn to make here tight. Let the blue one, take the gray one. Please don't forget to crochet very loose. So turn again the work. And now we crochet again a short row with gray, and you crochet 24 slip stitches back loop only and 24 back. Change again your color, make 22 in blue and back 22 in blue. So you will have on the end, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 ribs, 6 ribs with 5 short rows. And we will see on this point again. So we have 6 ribs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 in gray, 3 in blue. And now we must crochet our rows again longer. We crochet to this side and take here the stitches we have in the row below. So I change my color again, take the row, chain 1 and turn the work. And now I first crochet my 22 stitches to the top of the row in gray. Pull here a little bit of yarn. So don't miss the last one. You see it's a little bit tricky here. It's number 22. You see here this loop. I show you again. Here my last stitch, make 1 slip stitch. And now we need this loop. This loop is very important not to make here a hole. If you don't see it immediately, you can mark it when you here turn your rows. And here you see in gray. I show you back here. Here, this loop is very important. Put your hook in this loop, and then in the first stitch row below, it's also gray. Here's this one. I show you again. Here is the first one from 2 gray stitches. Take the yarn and pull it through all 3 loops, and now make the last slip stitch in the last stitch of your row below. This one we need in the next row. So you make 1 chain, turn your work, and crochet back slip stitches in all stitches. Change color to blue, make 1 chain and turn again. And now the next longer row you crochet 24 slip stitches in blue, and then we take on the end the 2 stitches below the row, sorry. So now we must put 2 loops on our hook from the gray ribs, here one and that one. You will have then 3 loops on your hook. I show you. Here is this one. It's the loop from your turning chain. Here you see on back. Put the needle in the first one and in the second one, and then in the first stitch row below you have 4 loops on your hook. Here is the last one. Take yarn and pull it through all loops, and then the last slip stitch in the second blue stitch from row below. I see you here. Show you again. This is the last stitch. Chain 1 and turn the work and crochet again slip stitches in all stitches back to the beginning. Then change your color to gray and crochet again all stitches, slip stitches to the top of the head from here to back to here, and this point we will see us again. So now again the same way, you take this loop on top and this loop and the first stitch in gray row below, and pull the yarn through all 4 loops and slip stitch in the last stitch in gray. So we have I think 28 stitches now. Oops. Chain 1, turn the work and slip stitch back loops only in all stitches back. So I changed my color to blue and crochet again my 28 slip stitches. Here I am again on my top, and the same way we take the first gray loop, the second gray loop and the first stitch row below. Go through all loops on your hook and the last stitch in blue. And now you will have 30 stitches. Chain 1, turn the work and slip stitch in all loops back, 30 slip stitches. Then change your color to gray and crochet again to back, and we will see us on this point. Back to here. The last in gray. Take the first and the second loop in blue on your hook, and the first stitch here, row below in gray, and the last stitch here is also a little bit tricky. And here you see also a loop from your chain, from your turning on the beginning. You let this loop on every gray top row, I call it now. Here you see the next. Sorry, because you need this loop on the end of your beanie to close the hole on the top. You chain one and crochet again, slip stitch in all stitches back. So here I'm on end of my row. Chain one, change your color, and now you see this is the first part or segment of our beanie. We need this part 4 times, total of 4 times. It means that you crochet this part or repeat this part 3 times, but in the last part you not end with gray, you end with this row in blue with 30 stitches, because we seam it here with this gray row. That means you start now with blue, crochet the first short row, 30 stitches and back, then 28 and back, 26 and back, 24 and 22. This is then these row in blue. Then you make your longer rows. And how I say, you repeat the segment 3 times, but in the last one you end with this blue row.